Welcome back, everyone. How are we doing today? My name is Albert, and you're watching The Fat Camel. We're going to be going into some Jedi Fallen Order today. I am very excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get started. Man, oh man, is it a great time to be a Star Wars fan. Mandalorian just debuted. Fantastic show. Next month, the final movie for the Skywalker saga is coming out. And more importantly, the Skywalker saga Lego game. I'm more excited for that game than I am for the movie. I cannot wait for that. Regardless, it is a great time to be a Star Wars fanboy just like me. Let's get to the bread and butter of this video. The main event while we are here, let's talk about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So to make it easy, I'm going over three main aspects of the game. The story, how the game looks, and how the game feels. I'm also going to be throwing in some tips, three main tips that I've discovered. Spoilers ahead. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, the story. I actually haven't finished the entire main campaign. I'm just going over the setup for the story that you will be playing in Jedi Fallen Order. It's 5 years after Order 66 wiped out the entire Jedi Order. Or let's rephrase that, almost wiped out the entire Jedi Order. Your name is Cal Kestis, acted by Cameron Monaghan, who played Ian Gallagher in Shameless, and Jerome / Jeremiah Valeska, aka the Joker in Gotham. Very, very talented guy, and he definitely brought that acting skill into the game, which I am very happy for because he does a great job. But anyway, Cal was a Padawan in the Jedi Order when Order 66, or as they like to call it in the game, the Purge. Cal manages to escape. He wandered across the galaxy, getting odd job here and there to really lay low and basically survive. Unfortunately, an accident causes him to reveal his Jedi nature while trying to save a fellow coworker and friend. This results in the Empire discovering his location, where they send out their insurgents, or as the game describes them, Inquisitors. They're also known as Jedi Hunters. When he gets discovered, he is fortunately saved by two unlikely allies. Seer, a disgraced Jedi Knight, and Grease, this ex-gambling, funky little captain. I forget the name of his species, but he is by far one of my favorite characters. And then, as you progress to the next mission, you also get your companion droid, my favorite, BD-1. Seer actually convinces Cal to uncover a Jedi holocron, a device that only Jedi can open, which has this list of Force-sensitive children. Obviously, a list with a bunch of Force sensitives on it would be very valuable to the Empire. It's more like a race on who gets it first. So there's your main story conflict. You do go to a handful of planets. One is familiar, you go to Kashyyyk, and then the others, have not really been touched in the Star Wars universe so far, at least to my knowledge. The only one that I did know of besides Kashyyyk was Ilium, which is the planet where young Jedi Padawans go to find their Kyber crystals, which is something that they need to build their lightsaber. So, overall, I love it. It's fantastic. It definitely is a Star Wars story by my standards. The settings that I've always loved in Star Wars is when it is between episodes 3 and 4, kind of that in-between to this takeover of the Empire. For Cal's character, he's very believable. He was only a Padawan when he was torn away from his master Jaro Tapal. Cal's really torn between his past and how he acted during the Purge and his redemption arc, basically. It's not like he's forced into this quest. It really does feel like his choice, and he grows a lot during his search across the galaxy for obtaining this Jedi holocron. The story is very riveting, and if you're a fan of any Star Wars film, TV show, or novel, you're definitely going to be interested in this story. Even if you don't want to play the game, just go on YouTube and look up someone that's put all the cutscenes together, so it's basically a little movie. It's a great addition to the Star Wars universe. All right, let's talk about how the game looks. The game looks great. It is gorgeous. Now, my computer does automatically put the graphics on its highest setting, but I did try some gameplay on the lowest setting, and it still looks fantastic. Just the way that some of these planets look is just beautiful. I love it. Now, the soundtrack, wow. I don't have words for it. It's perfect. And there's no surprise there. The composition was done by Gordy Hobb. He also did the music for Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. If I didn't know any better, it felt like John Williams himself did the soundtrack. Top marks there. Game looks and sounds great. No complaints from me. 10 out of 10 on that one. How the game feels. I'll tell you right now, this game definitely has a learning curve to it. It's not super steep, but if you don't catch on quick, you're gonna die. A lot. Like, a lot. If you're playing on PC, it recommends that you use a controller. I used my Xbox controller with Bluetooth capabilities, and I also recommend using a controller. It's definitely possible to play on the keyboard. There are two aspects to the gameplay here. You have your combat and your exploration. Now, if you look at any other review video, they're probably going to tell you the same thing. The combat feels a lot like Dark Souls, and I have to agree there. It's based a lot on, locking onto your enemy, parries, dodges, and just attacking at the right time. I say it's like Dark Souls. It's not a complete copy of Dark Souls. It's definitely a lot more forgiving in that game. It's to the point where you can manage it, and it's not super frustrating. It can get frustrating at points, but definitely nowhere near the level that Dark Souls can take you. One of the reasons why a lot of people are also comparing the general game to Dark Souls is the way you save your game. There are these little meditation circles that you have to go to where you spend the skill points you've accumulated, save the game, and restore your health. So you have 3 skill trees: Force, Survival, and Lightsaber. Each of these trees also have abilities that unlock the further you progress into the campaign, just like most RPGs do. Now, exploration. It is very similar to the Uncharted series when it comes to the level design and the mobility through the levels. You've got areas where you're climbing up walls, sliding on tracks, climbing up ropes, shimmying, and creeping through crevices. There are a lot of sequences where you have to use your force abilities to this perfect timing to actually get through some of these areas. There's also temples that you go through that are very much like the puzzle temples in Uncharted, Tomb Raider, even Assassin's Creed. All of those skills will come in handy for this game, so please keep that in mind. If you're a collector, if you like getting all the chests in areas and stuff like that, got great news for you. There's lots of chests on each planet, and some of them you actually have to wait until you level up a bit more to actually access, so there is planet replayability. You don't just finish that part of the campaign and you're done with it. You're going to visit back a couple times to make sure that you get that 100% wherever you go. And these chests have everything. They got cosmetics. There's also these tables where you can upgrade your lightsaber, get your upgrades for BD1, which are very important. I'll go into later. They add that little spice to the game. Overall, my opinion, the game's fantastic. I can't stop playing it. It feels good. You're in that Star Wars universe, and the gameplay is real as Star Wars can be, and it keeps you there. It really hones you in. This isn't something you can be playing while talking on the phone or something like that. At least for me, you got to stay focused, and I absolutely love it. Final score, definitely giving this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Not the entire 5 stars, because even though I haven't finished the game, I would like more. I know that may sound greedy, but it's been a while since a good Star Wars game has come out, especially a single player one, and I want more. But overall, fantastic work. 2 big thumbs way up. I want more. Let's get into my 3 tips I have if you're going to play the game. First one, learn how to parry. I said it earlier in the gameplay section, but I really do have to stress parrying is everything in this game. You have to anticipate the attacks, and it will make you look way more badass, and you won't lose your life so quick. Next tip, for your first skill point, upgrade your health. Seriously, like, you have a tiny ass health bar at the beginning of the game, and trust me, it gets super annoying. You will die. I don't care how good you are, you will die. Don't argue about it. It's true. And then last but not least, I said it in the gameplay segment as well, you've got to find those lightsaber upgrade tables throughout every single level. Now, they don't actually upgrade the lightsaber. They upgrade BD1, which is very important. In fact, on the second planet you go to, you've got to get the workbench there as soon as possible. It gives BD1 an upgrade called the Scomp Link, which helps you get into a lot of areas. So look for those upgrade tables. You need them. Seriously, they help out a lot. I mean, so many upgrades you can get to hacking droids, going up and down zip lines, and makes a difference. And that about wraps it up. The little beefy video there, but it's very important that I covered some of those bases. And as we're on the subject, what's your favorite piece of Star Wars entertainment? You got a favorite movie, show, video game, even book. If you have anything that you want to share, just don't hesitate to put it in the comments below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you want updates, or if you want to be on top to catch my Twitch streams. That's some good stuff right there. I really appreciate the ongoing support I'm getting from everyone, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Albert, signing off for The Fat Camel. Have a good day.